So Jack, you think you could just leave for 13 years, not say shit, and then just walk back into our lives? Huh? You goddamn right you can, because we fucking missed you, motherfucker. Welcome back. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews TV Data. We got a TV show to review today, and we're talking about the brand new season of an OG classic show that we never fucking thought was gonna come back. Like, we thought this shit was done and over with. It's been 13 long years, but it's finally made its long-awaited comeback. This motherfucker's back. He dropped his new shit. It's been like 13 years, but even more years in the goddamn show, and I don't know what the fuck he been doing. He barely ain't got back to the past, nigga, but fuck, it don't matter. He back in our lives. Talking about the new season of the classic itself, Samurai Jack. Now, for those who don't know, Samurai Jack is a classic cartoon that was out in the early 2000s, came around in 2001, and it lasted into 2004, and it was one of my favorite TV shows. It was created by Genndy Tartakovsky, who was also known for OG cartoons like Dexter's Laboratory, Cow and Chicken, the Powerpuff Girls. Yes, I watched that shit too. That shit was fire, nigga. Don't even lie. You on front. You know you watched that shit too. My girl was Bubbles. She was low-key savage, and you know it. But I gotta say that my favorite cartoon from him was always Samurai Jack. I loved the show. I loved the direction of it, how it looked, how it flowed, the stories of it. Jack was a bad mofo. He fucked you up and didn't even have to say nothing more than 3 words in a goddamn episode. It was always a dope fucking show. I always loved it. And it's just something that I thought should have got a proper send-off, and it didn't. It lasted 4 seasons within those 3 years, and then all of a sudden it just stopped cold turkey. I think he was supposed to be doing a movie, Genndy Tartakovsky, but the shit just fell through, and then all of a sudden 13 years later we got nothing until now. So now we are finally getting our long-awaited 5th and final season apparently, and this one is supposed to be a more mature, a more gritty, a more just fucking aged well version of Samurai Jack. So now let's see if season 5 of Samurai Jack is the long-awaited return that we've been wanting. It gives us everything we want and need, or if it's just a season 5 that should just not have happened and we should have just left it alone for 13 years like everybody else did, but we had to ask for it, and now we fucked ourselves over because the shit's whack. Let's talk about it. Now, before I get into this, y'all, I will have to warn you, there will be some slight spoilers in this review. I usually don't do spoilers, but I gotta say so much shit, and there's things I gotta cover. So if you have not watched the show yet, if you have not watched the first episode, do not watch this yet because you're gonna get some spoilers, or if you don't give a fuck, then you can watch it, or pause the video, go watch it, and then come back to this shit, and then you can know what the fuck I'm talking about, all right? All right, now we're getting into the shit. Now, I'll start off with a quick backstory just in case you have not seen Samurai Jack, or it's been too long you don't quite remember. But Samurai Jack is this warrior samurai from back in the day, like way back in the day, and his arch rival was somebody by the name of Aku. He was like this evil emperor, fucking demon motherfucker who was tall as shit and had a gruffy voice. R.I.P. to Mako Owatsu. That's the original voice actor. He passed away. They got a new voice actor on this show, but you just gotta give a big shout out to Mako because he is Aku all day, every day. But Aku trapped Jack in the future, and in the whole show he was trying everything to get back to the past and get back to his own time to save the world and all the levels of time from Aku's reign of terror. Now it seems that in season 5, that nigga Jack failed. He is still in the future. It's 50 additional years have passed since he got trapped. So I don't know how many years he was in the original show, but we just gonna round it out a good 100 years maybe. We gonna say max out at 100. He been there for at least half a century to a full century trying to get back to the past. I would have gave up. I would have said, fuck it, I'm just left here in the future. That's who I am. I'm Samurai Jack in the future. That's all it is. And now Jack has grown himself a beard and a long hair. Motherfucker look like Tom Hanks off Castaway, and he just looks like he looks disheveled as shit. He looks so depressed and just beaten down, and he's just given up all hope on what he was trying to do in the end. And now he just rolls around on a motorcycle like a loner, eating rats, and has these weird flashbacks of his family and all these people who he let down. They're like, yo, you forsaken us. Why the fuck you ain't get back here? Aku done burned everything down, and he robbed me. The nigga robbed me. Why? I don't even did nothing. Shit, I thought Aku was cool for a second, but he just took everything and then burned my house down. And you just sitting there in the future not doing a damn thing about it. Jack, you whack. Jack is whack in the past now. But basically, he's living with these just vivid just visions and these things that just are plaguing his mind. The motherfucker's pretty much gone insane and crazy because he's been stuck in the future for so long that he's lost his way and he's lost the things that he always stood for. But he still can fuck a motherfucker up on sight. He still has the skills. He's got new suit. He's wearing some like armor, samurai, crazy shit. He's got this new staff where it's like a trident, but it's an electricity on the other side. He's got guns and shit. Jack is upgraded for 2017 in a big way. He lost the old school sword, so he ain't got that. But yo, he upgraded with some new shit. I mean, but we all love the sword. We gonna miss that shit. RIP to the original samurai sword from Samurai Jack. But he's still going around and saving people, not as much as he used to earlier in the show. Like I said, he sort of lost his way and felt like it's all useless and pointless at this point. But he still gets into a few epic battles in the show. In the opening scene, some crazy shit with some robotic bug shit. I don't know what it is, but he's fucking it up. And he also gets into another fight with some dude named Scaramouche, I think is his name, but he's like a mix between Yoshimitsu from Tekken and Sammy Davis Jr. It sounds weird, and it is weird, but the motherfucker is a savage on the fucking blades and the flute, and he fucks motherfuckers up too, and he can control rocks. It's really weird to this dude, but apparently he's the cool's #1 assassin, and he got him on speed dial too, so I mean, I guess it works out, he's making paper. But it's a dope fighting scene. The fighting scenes on this show are fucking great. They are just like they were back in the day, but it's like a newer, more polished 2017 version of it. The animation on here it's very similar to how it used to, but you can tell it's got sort of an upgrade, and it looks great. I love the vibe, the style of it. It just looks like Samurai Jack has just been pushed forward and matured well, like some fine fucking wine, and it really looks great on screen. And on top of that, the voice acting, Phil Lamar is back in Samurai Jack. You had to get him back. And like I said, Mako is not here as Aku, but they got some other dude to play the voice. His name is Greg Baldwin, and I only heard a little bit of dialogue in this episode from him, but I mean, it's gonna take some getting used to because we know how Aku sounds in our ears and like how he usually is, and it's not Mako anymore, so it's gonna take some getting used to, but I think the dude will do a good job as the episodes go along. And another key thing in here, probably the other key thing about this entire episode, is the development of the story and really what also is going on while this is happening. Apparently, Aku got a baby mama, and she is crazy as shit because she popped out like 7 children at the same time and then got up and got dressed like nothing happened. Like, that was some of the most gangster shit I've ever seen in my entire life. She just like knocked out 7 kids and then just got up and walked it off like a thug. Like, I see why Aku knocked her up. Like, he was like, yo, you can't find them like that these days anymore. Like, I don't know. But the crazy part about it is those 7 kids are being trained to kill Samurai Jack. And they're going through some of the most rigorous training I've ever seen. Like, I was about ready to call the Department of Family and Child Services because, like, it was some shit on this show that it was beating these kids up. And they was, like, beating these kids up. And, like, they got a sister who looked like they could have been a dude at some point because the motherfucker swole as shit. And she was punching them in the face. And Mom Deuce is, like, about to throw one of them off the cliff and breaking fingers. And we sure we shouldn't have called DFAX. I feel like I should have called them. I should have had them on speed dial. I don't know, but it's fucking crazy. But they are training them to get ready to fight Samurai Jack. And I think Samurai Jack gonna have his work cut out because 7-on-1, he about to get the biggest jumping of his life. And these girls are savage. All of them are ready to go. They are they are beyond assassin, but it's a very intriguing part of the story, and the real difference with this season opposed to the other ones is that it actually follows some sort of linear storyline. Samurai Jack back in the day sort of just was random episodes where Jack would just drift off from place to place trying to find his way, but there really was no connection to the episodes. In this season, it seems like each episode is going to be more connected. It's more episodic, and it just guides along a general story, and it's really dope, and I like that they're doing that. On top of the fact that it looks more mature, it feels more mature, it just seems like the show grew up with us, and I mean, I don't know what else to say because everything is on point with this. The only thing that they almost fucked up on, y'all, and that's at the beginning of the show, because I was like, okay, everybody was wondering, are they gonna do the original Samurai Jack opening? And they didn't, and I was like, fuck, they didn't do the opening. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little heartbroken, I was a little sad. And I got through the episode, I was watching, I was like, yo, this was a dope episode, and then all of a sudden, right at the end, they got us, y'all. They hit us with that, watch out, and they hit us with the Samurai Jack theme. I'm telling you right now, I never got chills so much until that moment. I got so many chills, a smile on my face. I was like, okay, that's it. They did it. They gave us everything we wanted, and I was like, I can't be mad at this show for no fucking reason because everything was on point. The story is intriguing. I want to see more of it. I love the way that they progressed Jack, how he is now, and just what's going to happen with the assassins, the 7 girls who are going to come and fuck Jack up. And I mean, it's just like, I'm so intrigued by this show, and I'm glad they brought it back, and I'm glad they brought it back in this way. So definitely watch this. If you were a Samurai Jack fan, you gotta watch this shit. If you are not a Samurai Jack fan, you still watch this. Even if you haven't seen the show, it won't get you lost because they went so far ahead of the timeline. It's like a brand new timeline, so it won't take you long to get into the show, and it's just fucking dope. And it's just very impressive that after all these years, they managed to just come up with a great an interesting and compelling story to guide along this character and just make us all feel so good in the heart because our childhood has just been restored tenfold. Thank you so much, Samurai Jack, Cartoon Network, Toonami, Gendy Tartakovsky, everybody involved, Phil Lamar, everybody. Just appreciate y'all for coming back and doing this and making everybody feel so goddamn good. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that the season 5 premiere of Samurai Jack is pretty much the shit on all levels. All I'm saying is that it looks great. It gives us that nostalgic feeling. Jack is back in a big way. He's got so much more development. He's done so many things. He's so different. And it's just, but at the same time, he gives us that familiarity. The action on here is on point. I love the characters on here. I love the way that they have the story now being more episodic and guiding along one linear storyline that's going to just pretty much flow through the entire season. It's intriguing. It's just something more mature, like I said, and it's just something that's compelling and that I want to see more of. And it's something that I'm going to continue to watch and will be watching every single week that it drops. It comes on every Saturday at 11 p.m. on Toonami, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim. Now, the same shit. It's coming on there. Watch the shit. I got a DVR saved to my show, so I ain't gonna miss the goddamn episode at all. So definitely check it out, because all I gotta say is that for me, Samurai Jack Season 5, I'm gonna say the whole season. I know it's only the one episode so far, but goddamn it, based on this one episode, the rest of this shit is gonna be pure fire. So the whole damn season, I'm calling it, is 100% Granddad approved. Definitely check it out. If you have not seen it yet, I'm sorry I spoiled a lot of stuff for you. Probably not too much, but it's still a very interesting watch. So go watch the show. It gives you everything. I mean, everything is there. Every fucking thing that we asked for is there. And sometimes, y'all, it's really good to just go back and relive your childhood, and goddamn it, because we old as shit right now. But you know what? Samurai Jack, you made us feel like kids once again, and yo, we cannot be mad at you for that. But I got nothing more to say. Samurai Jack Season 5 is Granddad approved, so go watch this shit right now. First episode right now, and then every Saturday, go watch that episode too, because it's pure fire. The man, Jack, is back. Flip it. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of the Season 5 premiere of Samurai Jack if you've seen it. If you have not seen it, like I said, go see it right now. It's fucking dope. Show is great. Everything that we want is there, plus more. And I just can't wait for next week to see what's going to happen in the story, because it don't look like it's going to be a good look for Jack right now. I mean, I got faith in my boy, but I mean, 7 against 1. And if you saw the training they was doing, you would be fucking scared for him too. Previous videos on the side as well as my latest single. Check that out, show us some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram. Links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen, button below. Woolly Reviews twice a week, as well as the gaming channel, CD, case studies, all that shit. Check that out. Hit the notification button so you can know when I drop that new fire. And other than that, I mean, you know, I got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave, granddaughter, Samurai Jack, the Season 5 premiere. This shit is fucking crazy. Jack is back, and I couldn't be more happy. And honestly, I hope this dude does get back to the past, because if he don't get back to the past after this, that is like the biggest soul crusher of all time. So just let him get back to the past. Come on. I'm out of here.